Bronx Knights baseball. Thank you for joining me. In addition to playing Dungeons and Dragons on this channel, I also like to play video games, baseball being one of them. So thank you. Please like, please subscribe. Do all that makes the channel grow and survive. We appreciate it. So the Bronx Knights, as you can see on the screen, are 4 games over 500. They're 17 and 13. They're in second place, a mere 2 games behind the Seattle Mariners for first place. And let's get the show on the road. Let's see what the next game in the schedule is. So day off on Thursday. And Friday, it is a Bronx matchup through and through. It's the Bronx Knights at the New York Yankees at New Yankee Stadium. Outstanding. Let's get the show on the road. Talk about a rivalry. Play game. Okay. Playful game. We are the away team at New Yankee Stadium. Broadcasts, clear skies, looks good. Joey Pollard. Everybody looks healthy. I mean, Ramos has got a little bit of his energy taken off, but let's have the starting lineup just the way it is. And here are the lineups. This is the season, the year 2024. So we're 3 seasons in. That's why, and also we use the fantasy draft along with all-stars and Hall of Famers. That's why the lineups of the Yankees are not what you'd expect to see. So in any event, let's get this show going. 3-game set. New York versus New York. Bronx versus Bronx. Major League Baseball matchup at Yankee Stadium. On the mound for the New York Yankees, Andrew Heaney, making his 7th start of the season. His record is so far is 3-2 with a 3.12 ERA. And leading off for the Bronx Knights is Max Lukelich, hitting .336 on the season. He steps up
Number 39.
and swings at the first pitch and flies a lazy fly ball to right field. Makes the catch for the first out of the inning. The starting lineup for the Bronx Knights, Max Lukelich leads off, as you just saw. Mattingly plays first base. Chris Ramos is at second. Michael O'Rourke patrols center. The designated hitter today is Jacob Salazar. Matt Termini is at third. Benny LoCicero is in right. Anthony Millo behind the plate. And the shortstop today is Matthew Saps. Don Mattingly is hitting .294, and he takes ball 1. The New York Yankees are 5 games over 500, and they're in second place in the AL East with a 19 and 14 record. Donnie Baseball steps in, and he takes ball 2. Count is 2-0. And the sinker is outside, ball 3. Count is 3-0. Chris Ramos, the second baseman, is on deck. I'm taking a pitch. He does not have the green light. He's got the red light. And the pitch is low for ball 4. And with 1 out in the first inning, the Knights have a runner on against their hometown rivals. So Chris Ramos steps up. He's hitting .369 with 11 homers and 29 runs batted in. He's a switch hitter. He's batting from the right side against the lefty Heaney. Heaney, however you want to pronounce it. And the first pitch is a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Mattingly leads off first. And the pitch is low. Count is 2-0. Heaney seems to have lost the strike zone temporarily. Let's see if he can find it on this 2-0 pitch. And he checks it. Ball 3. Yet again, does he have the green light? No, he does not. If Heaney doesn't want to throw a strike, I'm going to wait. So that sinker is over for a strike. The count is 3-1. Woody Keller is behind the plate. I don't think that Woody Keller is a real human being, but I could care less. Here we go. And the pitch is outside. Back-to-back walks. And the Bronx Knights have something cooking here in the top of the first against the Yankees. They've got first and second with only 1 out. Michael O'Rourke steps up. He plays center field for the Knights. He's hitting .357 with 6 homers, 22 runs batted in, and he's in the midst of a very long hitting streak. I'm sure he'd like to extend it to 17 games. Oh, and he hits it high and deep. Is it gone? It is gonzo, a 3-run homer in the top of the first. Oh my goodness. He is, at this point, I can't even say it's embarrassing, because every time Michael O'Rourke hits a home run, he shows, oh my goodness. Well, it's a 3-run homer for O'Rourke. It's his 7th home run of the season, and the Bronx Knights are off to a very quick 3-0 lead. Oh my goodness. Let's see the replay. And that's what happens when you don't throw strikes and you put runners on. Instead of a solo homer, it's a 3-run homer. It's down the line, just inside the foul pole. And he tosses the bat. Really quickly, I just want to show you guys, here are the options. Gameplay. Hitting difficulty is on All-Star. Pitching difficulty also on All-Star. That's where I'm going to keep the difficulty level for the time being. Only 4 games over 500 at 17 and 13. So the difficulty level is pretty challenging for me. If it starts to get really easy, I'll kick it up a notch. But for right now, All-Star is fine. Jacob Salazar steps in. He's hitting .339 with 2 homers and 20 runs batted in. He takes ball 1. And the sinker is low. Count goes 2 balls, no strikes. He is still having trouble getting it in the strike zone. Ball 3. Count is again 3-0 on the 3rd hitter in a row. The red light is on. He's not going to swing at a 3-0 pitch. And the fastball drops in there for a strike. The count is 3-1, a hitter's count. Salazar. And he swings at the pitch and flies it out to center field. Playable. He makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Jacob Termini steps up with 2 outs in the first. He's hitting .302 with 4 homers and 18 ribbies. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. And he's late on the sinker, and the count evens at 1-1. And it's a line drive base hit. It's heading towards the gap, and it will roll all the way to the wall. Termini rounds first, and he has a stand-up double with 2 outs in the first. Here's the replay. Line drive in the gap. Next up is Benny LoCicero, .276 with 5 homers and 30 RBIs, which is... And he swings at the first pitch, but flies out to the left fielder, who makes the catch for the final out of the first, but not before the Bronx Knights, on the back of Michael O'Rourke, take an early 3-0 lead. Oh yeah. Pitching for the Bronx Knights is Joey Pollard, making his 3rd start of the season. He is 2-0 with a 2.35 earned run average. And leading off for the New York Yankees is Tony Gwynn, who's hitting .281 with 6 homers and 26 runs batted in. And the 2-seamer is high for ball 1. Bronx Knights are 17 and 13, good for 2nd place in the American League West. That's Matt Saps at shortstop, Max Lukulich in left field. And the circle change drops in for a strike. The count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. And he lines it, just past the reaching attempt by Matthew Saps. Luklich throws to second, but not in time. Tony Gwynn leads off the first with a double, his 10th of the season. I thought Termini might have a chance, but didn't quite get a glove on it. And here's the throw to second. And he slides in under the tag. So next up, Ozzie Smith, who has been hot in his last 5 games. Overall, he's hitting .328 with a homer and 12 runs batted in. He has a runner in scoring position. Strike one. Ozzie Smith is known for his defense throughout his career, most of it in real life with the St. Louis Cardinals. And circle change drops in there quickly. The count falls to no strikes, no balls and 2 strikes. Knuckle curve inside. Count goes 1 and 2. And he pops it up weakly to the left side. Termini makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Starting lineup for the New York Yankees, Tony Gwynn leads off. Ozzie Smith bats second. Edgar Martinez is the first baseman. Eric Davis patrols center. Wade Boggs is the third baseman. Josh Kingman is the designated hitter. Yadier Molina is the catcher. Nicholas Castellanos is in left field, and I have no idea who's the third baseman. Edgar Martinez is up. He has 10 homers and 26 runs batted in, and a runner in scoring position. 2 seamers in there for strike one. He's currently on a 9-game hitting streak. So with Tony Gwynn at second and Martinez at the plate, here's the pitch. Fouls off the 2-seamer. Count goes 0 and 2. And he checks it, but it's in there for strike 3. He strikes him out looking for the second out. Here's the replay in real time.
The center fielder, number 44.
Next up is Eric Davis, formerly of the Cincinnati Reds. He's hitting .248 with 10 homers and 23 runs batted in. And he checks his swing, but it's in there for a strike. And he fouls off the circle change. Count goes 0 and 2. And he fouls off the high fastball. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. I don't think Eric Davis was a Hall of Famer, but I think that he was a productive player for the Cincinnati Reds. He swings and misses. Strike him out, throw him out at first, and the side is retired. So after 1 inning complete, it's the visiting Bronx Knights winning 3-0. Up for the Knights is Anthony Millo, the catcher, hitting .200 with 1 homer and 14 runs batted in. Stepping up against Andrew Heaney. And he fouls off the sinker for strike 1. Okay, that is not true. I don't know why it says that Anthony Millo is leading. Well, anyway, he flies out to the right fielder, Tony Gwynn, for the first out of the inning. The defense for the New York Yankees from left to right in the outfield. Castellanos, Eric Davis, and Tony Gwynn, 2 Gold Glovers in the outfield, as you can see. And in the infield from left to right, it's Wade Boggs, Ozzie Smith, DJ LeMahieu, and Edgar Martinez, with Yadier Molina behind the plate. Next up is Matthew Saps. .208, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. Takes ball 1. So far, Saps has not gotten the bat going with any regularity. And catches the bottom of the strike zone. Count evens at 1 and 1. And he hits a line drive, base hit to center field. And with 1 out in the second, the Knights have a runner on. Here's the replay.
Now batting, number 39.
Eric Davis scoops it, gets it back in quickly. So the lineup turns over. It's Max Lukulich up again. He flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1. And they're stealing on the first pitch, and he's in there. Saps gets a stolen base. Nice jump. Jump on the pitcher. Okay, so now there's a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Count is 0 and 1. And the pitch is low in the dirt, blocked by Molina, who throws down to second. Count is 1 and 1. And he hits a soft ground ball to the second baseman, LeMahieu, who throws over to first. The runner advances to third with 2 outs.
The first baseman, number 23.
Don Mattingly steps up to the plate, the 1985 most valuable player in the American League. He walked in the first. And he swings over the top of the breaking ball for strike 1. And the count evens at 1 and 1. And he hits a deep fly ball to left field, but it's playable. And the catch is made by Castellanos, and the side is retired. After an inning and a half of play, it's the Bronx 3, New York nothing. Maybe I should say Knights and Yankees. Well, we'll figure it out. Anyway, Wade Boggs leads off for the New York Yankees here in the bottom of the second. He's hitting .364 with 2 homers and 23 runs batted in. Wade Boggs played for the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. He is a Hall of Famer. And the circle change drops in there for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Inside with the curve, knuckle curve.
1-2.
Count is 1 and 2. And he hits it foul. Count remains 1 and 2. And he hits the curveball up the middle, ground ball, base hit. O'Rourke gets it back in quickly, but the Yankees put the leadoff man on in the bottom of the second. Here it is. Josh Kingman is hitting .314 with 12 homers and 34 runs batted in. And he fouls off the 2-seam fastball, 95 on the radar gun for strike 1. I have no idea if this is a created player or a call-up or... Swing and a miss at the change of speed. Count quickly goes 0 and 2.
No.
Knuckle curve floats low. Count is 1 and 2. Fastball outside. Count evens at 2 and 2. And he fouls back the fastball. Count remains 2 and 2. Just gets a piece of the change. Stay alive. He's making Pollard work. Swing and a miss at the fastball for strike 3. That's the first out of the second. Joey's 3rd strikeout of the game. Here's the replay in real time. Couldn't catch up to it. I want to know if it was a strike. Umpire said yes, it was. So Yadier Molina hitting .298 with 5 homers and 20 runs batted in. The catcher steps up to the plate. And it's strike 1. Low in the zone, but called a strike nonetheless. Yadier Molina is in the St. Louis Cardinals organization in real life. He's an all-star. And strike on the inside corner, count is 0-2. He's known for his defensive specialty and the fact that he can hit a little bit. And he waits on the circle change, but still pulls it foul. Count remains 0-2. And he hits a line drive, base hit to center field. And now there are runners at first and second with one out. Here's the replay. High leg kick by Molina. One-handed swing. Right back through the box. So next up, Nicholas Castellanos hitting .270 with 2 homers and 12 RBIs. Steps up to the plate with a runner in scoring position. And he swings and drives it foul for strike one. Swing and a miss. Ball's in the dirt, but no advance. Very quickly, there are 2 strikes on Castellanos. Swing and a miss at the two-seamer, fouled it back. 96 on the radar gun. Oh, and he hits it down the line, and it drops in fair territory, and it's in the stands for a ground rule double. It's an RBI double for Castellanos, his 7th of the season, and the game is 3-1. Next up, DJ LeMahieu, hitting .230 with 3 homers and 12 RBIs. He has runners at second and third with only 1 out. And it's strike one. Good RBI opportunity. A single could score both runs and tie the ball game. Circle changes outside for ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Inside ball 2. Count is 2-1. Yankee Stadium fans hate the Bronx Knights. Most of them think that the Bronx Knights are trying to replace the Yankees as the team in New York. And it is a ball that may drop in, but no, he makes the catch. Ramos in short center field and prevents the tag up. And the run does not score. There are 2 outs in the inning. It's not deep enough for the sacrifice fly. Good throwing position. So the lineup turns over, and Tony Gwynn, who hit a double in the first inning, is up. He's 1 for 1. He's in a good spot. He's got runners at second and third. A 2-out hit ties the game. And he hits it foul for strike 1. Now, Tony Gwynn is a Hall of Famer. Knuckle curve floats in for strike 1. He played a majority of his time with the San Diego Padres, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he passed away recently. He might have been a victor of cancer. He was a young man in his 50s, I think. Sad story. But in his prime, he was a hell of a hitter. Down and in, count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Joey Pollard is 1 strike from getting out of this jam. Can he get it? And he fouls off the high fastball. Count remains 1-2. And he chops it down the left field line. Foul ball. 30 pitches this inning for Joey Pollard. Swing and a miss at the high fastball for strike 3, and the side is retired. Well, they get 1 back. Double and an RBI. Wow, that was quick. My goodness. Well, anyway, it's a 3-1 ball game. Bronx is leading the Yankees. Chris Ramos is walked in the first inning. No official at bat. He steps up to the plate at the top of the third. He checks his swing, pitches inside.
1-0.
And he fouls off the sinker. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's low.
2 balls,
Ball 2.
1 strike.
Thought about swinging, but took it for a ball low. Count is now 3 balls, 1 strike. And he hits it high and deep. It's got a chance. It is Gonzo! The 12th home run, a solo shot from Chris Ramos, and it's a 4-1 lead for the Bronx Knights. That's what happens when you fall behind, 3-1. You got to throw a good pitch. Hitter's waiting for it. Let's see the replay. There it is. Projected distance, 407 feet. So next up is Michael O'Rourke, who hit a 3-run homer in the first. And it's a line drive. Will it hang up? No, it will not. It drops in front of Eric Davis for a line drive single to center. And Michael O'Rourke is 2 for 2. Entering play today, Ramos and O'Rourke are tied for the team lead with 42 hits. The problem with the Bronx Knights so far this season has not been at the plate. It's been pitching. Pitching has been a problem. Jacob Salazar's 0 for 1. He steps up to the plate. And he takes ball 1. Still nobody out here in the top of the third for the Knights. Down and in. Ball 2. Jacob Salazar's designated hitter today. He usually plays shortstop. Switches on and off with Matthew Saps at the short position. Drops in there on the inside corner. Count is 2-1. He checks it. Breaking ball is low. Count again. 3-1 count on yet another batter. Here's the payoff pitch. Not the payoff pitch, but just hits the inside corner. Count goes full. Now is the payoff pitch, as it's a 3-2 count. And it's a line drive to center, and it falls for a single. And we have runners at first and second with nobody out. The threat continues. And the pitching coach for the New York Yankees comes out of the dugout, wants to have a conversation with Heaney. Matt Termini steps up. He's 1 for 1. He has a runner in scoring position. And it's a line drive foul down the third base line. Strike 1. He had a double in the first inning. He's hitting .308 on the season. It's a good RBI opportunity. Inside, count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's a line drive, but playable. The runner at second tags and goes to third. So with 1 out, we have runners at first and third. Tony Gwynn made the catch, over the shoulder catch. Nice play. So Benny LoCicero, who leads the team in runs batted in with 30, steps up to the plate. He flew out in the first. This is an RBI opportunity. Runner 90 feet away from home plate, with less than 2 outs. Hard line drive foul. Strike 1. Benny is 9 for his last 22. Just goes for a batting average over 400 in his last handful of games. Quick throw over to first. Salazar is back. Bronx Knights in the third have a 3-run lead, and they are threatening for more. Down and in, the ball gets away, but no advance from either runner. Nice block by Molina. And the count is even at 1-1. And he swings and misses at the curveball. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nasty curve. Down and in. Quick throw to third. O'Rourke is staying put. Count is even at 2-2. And he hits a high drive, heading for the gap. It's caught. And it'll be a sacrifice fly for Benny LoCicero, his 31st RBI of the season. And the Bronx Knights lead 5-1. So he got the job done. It's now a 4-run lead for the Bronx Knights. Anthony Millo, who lined out in the second, is fighting that Mendoza line. He's hitting a .198 on the season. Steps in with 2 outs in the third. And it's a strike on the outside corner. Strike 1.
Ball.
Count evens at 1-1. And a quick throw over to first. Salazar is back. Edgar Martinez applies the tag. Pitch is outside. Count goes 2-1.
2-1.
Pitch is low. Yet again, another 3-1 count on a Bronx Knights hitter. He's just going to get himself into trouble with these 3-1 counts falling behind. But this one he grounds to the second. Oh, I'm sorry. Check that. Got confused by the camera. I thought he was throwing second for the force. But he makes the play over at first base for the final out. After 2.5 innings of play, it's Bronx Knights 5 and the New York Yankees 1. Got confused. I'm sorry, Heidi, we have a problem with your microphone. We can't quite hear you, so we're going to cut away from you. We'll try to get a technician down there to fix it. In the meantime, Ozzie Smith steps up for the Yankees. He's 0 for 1 with a pop out in the first. And the fastball is low. Ball 1.
No strike.
Ozzie Smith won the 2021 Gold Glove Award. Remember that this season is the year 2024. And he hits a lazy fly ball which drops into center for a base hit. Ozzie is at first with nobody out. The leadoff man is on.
Now back, first baseman.
Here's the replay. Edgar Martinez, all-star player, designated hitter. Give me 1 second. The battery is low on the dual shock. I just have to plug it in. Consider it an umpire calling a timeout. We're plugged in. So, Edgar Martinez is famous for his all-star play with the Seattle Mariners in real life. He was a guy who could really, really hit. Originally started at third base, then moved to first, then moved to designated hitter. But what a great hitter he was. And he swings and misses over the top of the breaking ball. 4 strike 3. First out of the inning. Joey Pollard's 5th strikeout of the game. Here's the replay. Nasty breaking ball. Just outside of the zone. He chases it. So Eric Davis steps up again. With a runner at first. And the knuckle curve floats in there for strike 1. He had a strikeout in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. And he fouls off the 2-seamer. Count goes 0-2. Ozzie Smith at first does have some speed. And he swings, but he's ahead of it. Pulls it down the line for strike 2. And he pulls the two-seamer down the line sharply, but it's just a hard strike. Count remains 0-2. And yet again fouls it down the third baseline. Oh, he hits a towering fly ball to left field. Lukelich is back at the wall, and it is gone. It's a 2-run home run for Eric Davis, his 11th of the season. And it's a 5-3 lead for the Bronx Knights. My goodness, he hit that a ways. And I have no idea. I'm a Yankee fan from birth, and I have no idea what that sign means, in case you're wondering. Let's see replay. Oh boy. I had a feeling he had no chance, but I thought maybe Lukelich could catch it at the wall, but So Wade Boggs is up again. He had a single and a run scored. He's 1 for 1. Bases are empty. And he fouls off the fastball for strike 1. Circle change settles in there for strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Oh, and he hits it high and deep, but foul. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes.
Ball.
Circle change is inside and low. Ball 1. And he grounds it to Saps at short. Fields, fires, gets him by a half a step for the second out of the third.
Now back, the designated hitter,
Josh Kingman, who's 0 for 1, steps up to the plate. He's the designated hitter for the New York Yankees. Again, I don't know who this guy is. Maybe he's strike 1. Maybe he's like a created player that turns into an all-star. For all I know, he's got 12 homers in the first month of the season, so he may be somebody to keep an eye on if I keep playing this game. And it's a ground ball up the middle, fielded by Saps, who's pulled off the bag, and he's safe. E6 by Matthew Saps. He had plenty of time. He rushed the throw, and it just pulled Mattingly off the bag. So, the inning continues. Yadier Molina, who had a single in the second inning, he's 1 for 1, gets an opportunity with a runner at first and 2 outs.
Yep.
And Pollard throws a strike. And he checks it. Circle change is low. Count evens at 1-1. And he hits it high, but not overly deep to right field. LoCicero makes the catch for the final out of the third. So, after 3 innings complete, it's the Bronx Knights 5, the New York Yankees 3. So, leading off for the Bronx Knights is Matthew Saps. He has a single in the second. He's 1 for 1 on the ball game.
number 31.
And he fouls a sinker down the line for strike 1. And it's a line drive, but playable for Tony Gwynn in right field. He catches it for the first out.
Now batting, number 39.
So the lineup turns over yet again. And Max Lukelich, the left fielder, is up. He's 0 for 2 today. And he checks it. Pitches low. He fouls the fastball back to the screen. 95 on the radar gun. So while he hasn't pitched well, he still has a live fastball. And it's a base hit between short and third. Max Lukulich is 1 for 3. Now, Max doesn't have a lot of power, but one thing he does have is he has speed. So let's see if he can steal a base. Heaney's day so far is not all that pretty. 3 in the third inning, he's already given up 7 runs. And 7 hits and 5 earned runs. Don Mattingly is up. The bullpen is waking up for the Yankees. They have a right-hander out there. And it's outside, ball 1. Mattingly has a walk and a run scored, but officially he's 0 for 1 in the game. Ball 2.
2 balls, no strike.
Donnie Baseball was 0 for 4 in yesterday's contest. Well, 2 days ago technically, but he did have a sac fly RBI. Just on the outside corner for strike 1. Gerson Garabito, the right-hander, is warming up for the New York Yankees. That's a mouthful of a name. Count is 2-1. Quick pitch over to first. Lukulich is back. Heaney deals. And he hits a line drive down the line, but foul. And the count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another pitch over. Lukulich is back in. And he grounds it weakly to the second baseman, who shovels over to second for 1. Back to first, safe. So it's a fielder's choice. They take the out at second, and there are 2 outs in the top of the 4th. So Chris Ramos, the second baseman, steps in. He had a solo homer in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 1. Steps up with 2 outs and a runner at first. And the pitch is outside for ball 1. He's 10 for his last 18. He's been scalding hot in the last handful of games. Inside moves him back off the plate. But the count is 2 balls and no strikes. And he hits it. Lazy fly ball to Eric Davis in center field. He makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So after 3.5 innings of play, the Bronx Knights have a 2-run lead. Yet again, for whatever reason, the microphone is not working. We're gonna have to cut away from you. We apologize, Heidi. Castellanos is up. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. He leads off the bottom of the 4th for the New York Yankees. And he swings and misses at the 2-seamer for strike 1. As you can see, the shift is on. We've got 3 batters on the left side, 3 fielders on the left side, with only Mattingly on the right side, covering an awful lot of ground. And the circle change just misses the inside corner. Count evens at 1-1. Knuckle curve floats in there for strike 2. High and tight. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pollard is struggling to get through 5 today. But he wants to just at least get through 5 in order to qualify for a victory. And he skies it the other way. LoCicero has a long way to run. He races over and makes the catch. Nice play for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Let's see if we can get a replay on that. Are they going to give us a replay? How do you not give us a replay on that excellent catch by LoCicero? Well, DJ LeMahieu popped out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Steps up. And the circle change floats in there for strike 1. And it's low. Ball 1. Count is 1-1. And he swings and misses at the inside fastball. Swings and fouls, foul tips it. Check that. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he floats in the circle change for strike 3. Takes it looking for Joey Pollard's 6th strikeout of the game. Tony Gwynn had a double in the first. He's 1 for 2. He steps up with 2 outs. And he hits a line drive that is caught by Max Lukulich for the final out of the inning. A great play by Max. And after 4 innings complete, it's Bronx Knights 5, Bronx Bombers 3. Leading off for the Knights is Michael O'Rourke, who's 2 for 2 today. He's got 3 runs batted in. That 3-run homer in the first. And he hits a lazy bouncing ball to Ozzie Smith, who throws over the first for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter.
Designated hitter Jacob Salazar steps up. He had a single in the third. He's 1 for 2. He's a switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Hema. And he hits it right back to the pitcher who fields it, throws over the first. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Looks like it could be a quick inning for Andrew Heaney. Just what he needs, actually. With a double in the first, Matt Termini is 1 for 2. He steps up to the plate. And he takes a pitch outside for ball 1. And it's a line drive base hit to center. Termini makes the turn but stops at first. It's a 2-out single for Termini. Here's the replay. Just goes with it, serves it. I thought maybe the second baseman might have a chance to catch it on the line, but couldn't get over there fast enough. So, Benny LoCicero steps up. He had a sacked fly in the game. He's 0 for 1 officially. And the pitch is outside for ball 1.
1-0.
Termini does have speed at first, and he throws over. He's back in there. And he hits a line drive but foul. LoCicero has a modest 6-game hitting streak. Count is even 1-1. And he fouls off the sinker. Strike 2. And he throws over the first. Termini's back in. Score is 5-3 Knights. 2 outs in the bottom of the, top of the 5th. He checks it. Ball 2. Count evens at 2-2. New York Yankees skipper. Who knows what his name is? And again, a throw over the first just to keep him close. Just respecting that speed at first base. And he takes the pitch for called strike 3, and the side is retired. So in the middle of the 5th, the Bronx Knights have a 2-run lead. Leading off for the Yankees is Ozzie Smith. He has a single and a run scored. He's 1 for 2 in today's game. Pollard is still out there. And he throws a strike just low for ball 1. And the pitch was probably going to be outside, but he swung at it, fouled it off. Instead of it being 2-0, the count is even at 1-1. And he fouls off the 2-seamer. Back to the screen. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Knuckle curve is low. 2-2. And he swings at the curveball and flies out to LoCicero and right for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Edgar.
Edgar Martinez steps up. He struck out twice in this contest. He's 0 for 2. And he grounds it to Termini at third, who fields, throws across the diamond for the second out.
Now batting, number 44.
So Eric Davis steps in with 2 outs in the 5th. He had a 2-run homer in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2. And the strike catches the inside corner. Circle change is outside. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count is 2-1.
No.
Pitch is low. Count goes 3-1. He's pitching him very carefully after witnessing his power in the previous at-bat. And he hits a hard ground ball to Saps at short, but he's right there to field it, throw across the diamond, and we now have an official game as it's the end of the 5th. Bronx Knights have a 2-run lead.
Your attention, please.
That's all for Andrew Heaney as Zach Littell comes in relief. In 12 games pitched this season, he's 0-4 with a 7.20 earned run average. The definition of middle relief. Andrew Millo is 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out. He's up at the plate against the right-hander. And he fouls off the fastball. Strike 1. Swings and misses out in front of the changeup, and it's very quickly 0-2. He checked it. Changeup was in the dirt. Count is 1-2. And it's a line drive, but playable. The left fielder, Castellanos, backs up and makes the catch for the first out of the 6th.
Now batting, number 31.
So, Yankees bullpen is active with 2 right-handers as Matt Saps steps in. He's 1 for 2 today. And he pops it up, the first pitch. Behind the plate, Yadier Molina makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 39.
Max Lukulich, 1 for 3 at a single in the 4th. And he grounds it foul. And he hits it down the third base, check that, down the first base line, pulls it, but it's foul, and the count quickly falls to no balls, 2 strikes.
Ball.
Just off the plate. Tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Counts 1-2. And he slaps it, but right at Tony Gwynn and right, who makes the catch for the final out of the 6th. So, it's still a 2-run lead for the Bronx Knights. Leading off for the Yankees, Wade Boggs. Single run scored, he's 1 for 2. Joey Pollard is still out there pitching in the 6th inning with a 2-run lead. Strike 1. Wade Boggs is a member of the 3,000 hit club in real life. And that's strike 2. Count is quickly 0-2. And he fouls off the 2-seamer back to the screen. And he pulls it just foul. Count remains 0-2. And he basically nubs it behind the plate. Strong throw from Milo for the first out of the inning. As Joey Pollard is approaching 100 pitches, I'm going to go to the manager's office and the bullpen. And I'm going to get... let's warm him up. And let's warm him up. A lefty and a righty are going to be warming in the bullpen. Okay. So, Josh Kingman is up. He's 0 for 2. And he hits a hard line drive, but the left fielder, Luklich, is there to make the catch. He made a bid for a double, but they positioned him just right. Max in the outfield. Hit it hard the other way, but he was there in time. Yadier Molina, the catcher, he singled in the second. He's 1 for 2. He steps up to the plate. I have a feeling that this is the last batter that Joey Pollard will face regardless.
Ball.
2 balls, no strikes. And he grounds it to the pitcher, who lobs it over to first base. Mattingly makes the catch for the final out of the 6th. So, 6 innings complete. It's the Bronx Knights 5, the New York Yankees 3. So, in the 7th inning, which pitcher is going to pitch? Let's see. Back to the manager's office and to bullpen. Righty, righty, lefty. So, let's put LeMay in there. Schedule to put him in the game. Let's leave Caleb Smith warming up just in case. Now, Don Mattingly is going to lead off the top of the 7th. And he's going to pull it foul for strike 1. Don Mattingly's 0 for 2 today. And the pitch is outside, ball 2. Check that. Count even at 1-1. Inside, ball 2. 2-1. And it's a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Mattingly is 1 for 3 in the game. The leadoff man in the 7th is on for the Bronx Knights.
Now batting, second baseman, Chris Ramos.
And Chris Ramos steps up to the plate. He has a homer in today's game. He's 1 for 2. And he pulls the breaking ball foul for strike 1. And he hits a high, deep fly ball to center, but at the warning track, Davis makes the catch for the first out of the inning. No advance. Just hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark.
The center fielder, Mike.
Next up is Mike O'Rourke, who's 2 for 3 today with a 3-run homer in the first inning. He steps up against Littell. He's pitching in his 2nd inning of work. And he pops him up on the infield. Boggs is there at third base, straddling the line. He's in foul territory and makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter,
Jacob Salazar has a single today. He's 1 for 3. There's a runner at first is Mattingly with 2 outs. Inside, ball 1. He hits it high and deep, but playable at the warning track. Tony Gwynn makes the catch for the final out. Get up and stretch. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. The Bronx Knights still have a 2-run lead. Take me out to the ball game. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Okay.
attention please.
LeMay has pitched in 9 ball games. His record is 1-3 with a 6.43 earned run average. This is a dangerous spot in the game. It's only a 2-run lead in the 7th. I'm going to go to the bullpen. I'm going to warm up Dellin Betances just in case. Just in case. LeMay throws hard, but he gets beaten up. 97 on the radar gun. Finds the outside corner for strike one against Nicholas Castellanos, who's 1 for 2 today. And he swings and misses at the fastball. Count is quickly 0-2. He was in the starting rotation as the season began, but didn't find a home there. Got beat up a couple of times, so hopefully he can find a home in the bullpen. And he grounds it. Fields fires across the diamond, pulls him off the bag. Will they call it a hit? They're calling it a base hit. So, bottom of the 7th, the New York Yankees have a runner at first. They're down by 2. The Bronx Knights are leading 5-3. DJ LeMahieu is up at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a pop-up. Welcome to Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Please like and subscribe. The first pitch is a strike on the outside corner for strike one, a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, according to the radar gun. Not a lot of speed at first base. And he hits a lazy fly ball to LoCicero in right, who makes the catch for the first out of the 7th. No advance. LeMahieu is retired.
The right fielder, number 19, Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn steps up to the plate. He had a double in the first inning. He's 1 for 3. This is a situation where I think I might... No, you know what? I'm going to pitch to him. I'm going to pitch to him. Curveball just misses the outside corner. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. And it's a lazy fly ball to O'Rourke in center, who makes the catch. No advance. There are 2 outs.
The batter, number 1, shortstop.
Ozzie Smith has a single and a run scored. He's 1 for 3 in the game. And he swings at the first pitch and flies out to Luklich in left field for the final out of the 7th. So, 7 innings complete. The Bronx Knights still have a 5-3 lead on the Yankees. Thank you for joining me. If you're still watching, I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I love me some baseball. So Brandon Brennan is taking over in relief for the Yankees to pitch the top of the 8th. In 16 games, he has a 1-1 record, and I have no idea what his earned run average is because they took the graphic away before I could read it. Matt Termini is 2 for 3. He steps up to the plate. And he hits it high and deep, but playable for Castellanos in left field, who makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting, number 38.
Starter comparison between Joey Pollard and Andrew Heaney, if that's how I'm pronouncing it right. As you can see, Andrew didn't do so well. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 earned runs. So, Benny LoCicero is sacked fly today in an RBI. He's officially 0 for 2. He checks his swing, but it's still called a strike. There's a lefty and a righty warming up in the Yankees bullpen. Jose Castillo and Trevor Gott. So the count is 0-1. Swings and misses at the change of speed out in front. Count is quickly no balls, 2 strikes. Outside, ball 1. Attendance 41,236 at New Yankee Stadium, the home field for the New York Yankees. He checks it. It's in the dirt. Count evens at 2-2. And the count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So with 1 out, here comes the payoff pitch. And it's a line drive, base hit to center field. And with one out in the top of the eighth, the Knights put a runner on.
The batter, number 43.
And that hit extended his hitting streak to 7 games. Here's the replay. Sometimes it can be a line drive, sometimes you just got to drop it in. Anthony Millo, catcher. He's 0 for 3 today. Steps up at the plate. Like to get in the hit column.
Ball.
He checked the swing. It was outside. Ball 1. Decent speed at first base. And he takes off the throw down. And he's in there. Benny LoCicero steals second. He's in scoring position with 1 out in the 8th. He's running on Yadier Molina. That's actually takes some courage. So Millo is up. There's a 2-0 count.
Ball 3.
Ball 3. Count is 3-0. Does he have the green light? No, he does not. I am not swinging on 3-0. He's got the red light. I'd rather he walks.
That's a ball.
That's a ball. So runners at first and second with 1 out in the 8th. Brennan is pitching himself into a little bit of trouble. Matt Saps, today's shortstop, is 1 for 3. He steps up to the plate. He had a single in the 2nd inning. There is a runner in scoring position. And he fouls off the first pitch, 92 on the radar gun. I don't know what I'm doing swinging at the first pitch. I should just, let him throw a strike. Inside, count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on. If he wants to pitch himself into trouble, let him do it. Don't swing at pitches. Be patient. And I did it again. He's late on the slider. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now I have to protect the plate. Slider is outside. Count evens at 2-2. Down and in. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Will the runners be off? It's a good question. I don't think they will. I think they're going to stay put. And he grounds it to Boggs, who tags him for 1. Throws to second for the double play. 5 unassisted, 4 for the DP. Halfway through the 8th, the Bronx Knights still have a 2-run lead. Okay, let's go to LeMay. LeMay doesn't pitch that. Okay, let's see. Righty, lefty. Dylan Betances, I'm going to put him in the game. This is his 14th appearance. He's 0-2 with a 2.63 earned run average. He has 18 strikeouts in just over 13 innings pitched. He's been effective. He's up against Edgar Martinez, who's 0 for 3 today. And he hits a fastball high and deep, but foul for strike 1. And he swings and misses at the knuckle curve. Quickly, he's down 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went out of the zone, chased the slider. Here's the replay. Real time. He had no chance. So Eric Davis is up. He hit a 2-run homer in the 3rd. He's 1 for 3 against Betances. Strike 1. 99 on the radar gun. Eric Davis has a lot of power, but he also strikes out a lot. And he's late on the fastball. Count is quickly 0-2. And he hits it deep, but foul. Count remains 0-2. And he swings and misses at the slurve. Doesn't even come close to it. That's Dylan Betances' 2nd strikeout in a row.
Now batting, third baseman.
It's not even close. Oh my goodness. So the lefty Wade Boggs is up. This is a moment of truth. Manager, bullpen, warm up John Smoltz to pitch in the ninth. Caleb Smith, the lefty, cannot come in because of that new stupid rule that says that you have to pitch to 3 batters before you to make a change. So Dellin Betances it is. It's a dumb rule. Strike one, 98 on the gun. It's a dumb rule. If you're a manager and you want to take your relief pitchers out, you should be able to. But who the hell am I to say? Knuckle curve floats in low. Count as even 1 ball, 1 strike. And he flares it out to left field. It's a base hit. He makes the turn. The throw to second is in time. And the side is retired. Boggs tries to stretch a single into a double, and Lukulich gets the assist from left field. At the end of 8 innings of play, it's the Bronx Knights leading by 2. Nice throw. Jose Castillo making his 5th appearance of the season. He's 1-0. So far, he has not given up an earned run in 4 innings of work. I'm going to go to the manager's office, go to the bullpen. Lefty, righty, righty. Caleb, you're sitting down. John Smoltz, you're coming in. Scheduled to put John Smoltz in the game. If I score a shit ton of runs, then maybe I'll sit John Smoltz down. Inside to Max Lukulich, who's 1 for 4 today. I think he had a single. He checks his swing. Count is quickly 2-0. And on a 2-0 pitch, he skies it to short right field. Tony Gwynn makes the catch for the first out of the top of the ninth. Don Mattingly had a single and a run scored. He's 1 for 3 today's game. Lefty versus lefty. And he flares it out. He's behind it, but it may drop in. And it does. It drops in for a single. Sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, it's where you hit it. And Mattingly is 2 for 4 today. Castellanos could not get over there in time. Chris Ramos, batting from the right side against the lefty, had a home run today. He's 1 for 3. And he hits a hard ground ball on the first pitch. Second over to first for an inning-ending double play. 1 pitch, double play, side retired. Here's the replay. Boggs to LeMahieu to Martinez. So, last licks. Here he comes. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. It's a 2-run lead for John Smoltz, who's pitched in 9 games so far. His record is 1-0 with a 2.89 earned run average. He has converted 3 saves. He was injured in the month of April and has not had that many opportunities, but this is his opportunity to get a save. Josh Kingman, 0 for 3 today against the Hall of Famer Smoltz. Here's the pitch. Strike one, 98 on the radar gun. He is a Hall of Famer who has started games and closed games. And he fouls off the split finger fastball. It's quickly no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is high, 1-2. And he hits a line drive, base hit to center field. Lukulich cuts it off in the gap, makes a big turn, but holds him at first base. With the base hit, nobody out in the ninth, the tying run comes to the plate. Here's the replay. He just takes the slider and serves it into center field. So, Yadier Molina is up. He's had a single in the second. He's 1 for 3. There's a runner at first. He is the tying run. And the fastball is low. Ball 1. And he grounds it foul. Count evens 1-1. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. Count goes 1-2. Not a lot of speed at first base. And he fouls off the slider back to the screen. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he skies it the other way to LoCicero, who makes the catch. He gets the ball back in quickly. No advance by the fielder. There's 1 out in the 9th.
The left fielder, number 29.
Nicholas Castellanos, who's 2 for 3 today, steps up to the plate as the tying run. He has a double, a single, a run scored, run RBI.
That's a strike.
And he drops in the fastball for strike 1. Oh, and he waits on the fastball. Is it high? It is deep. Right at the fence. He makes the catch. He was feet away from tying that ball game at 5, and LoCicero gets his back to the wall and makes the catch. What a play. The stadium is silent now. DJ LeMahieu is the final out. With 2 outs in the 9th, he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. John Smoltz dodged a bullet. And he checks the swing, but the split finger fastball's in there for a strike, and they're down to their final strike. The count is 0-2. And he hits it high and deep, but foul. Count remains 0-2. The very few fans of the Bronx Knights that are in the stands in attendance are on their feet and clapping. And he hits it foul. Fastball pulls it foul. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. And he nubs it down the third base line. It's foul. He's making him work. It's a battle up there. And he swings it and flies it to center field. O'Rourke is there to make the final out of the inning, and the Bronx Knights win. First game of a 3-game set between the 2 Bronx rivals, Bronx Knights and the Bronx Bombers. The Knights win 5-3. This is Bronx Knights baseball. Thank you so much for watching. I don't care if you're watching it live or if you're watching it after the fact. I really appreciate it. Please like this video. Please subscribe. We're going to end this the right way. So, Bronx Knights, 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. New York Yankees, 3 hit runs, 9 hits, no errors. The winner was Joey Pollard. It's his 3rd win of the season. Andrew Heaney gets the loss. It's his 1st loss of the season. John Smoltz gets his 4th save. Player of the game is Michael O'Rourke, who went 2 for 4 with a 3-run homer in the 1st inning. And first game of this 3-game set against the rivals, it's the Bronx Knights winning 5-3. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a great night.